All day we've been reflecting the Hatters win and what their achievement means to the town. Well, my next guest is just another reason to be proud of the Bedfordshire town. A piano teacher from Luton will attempt to play for 12 hours to raise money for Dementia UK. Peter Orker will be taking on the challenge later this month, which he'll stream for people to watch. He's already raised over £500 and he joins me now. Hiya, Peter. How are you?
Hello, I'm well, thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me on the show. 12 hours of playing the piano. I mean, aren't your hands going to get a bit tired?
Well, I think the longest I've ever played before was about 6 hours when I was a student. I was preparing for my exams, recital exams at music college, and I think I did 6 hours a day for about a week or 2 weeks. But that's a long time ago. That was in the 1980s, so yes, I am that old. So yeah, I haven't done anything to quite that length of time before.
Gosh, have you? Since then. I mean, this might sound a bit of an odd question, but have you kind of been doing exercises to get your kind of fingers ready for that amount of playing?
Well, I play a lot anyway because it's I'm a piano teacher. It's my job to play.
Yeah.
So my fingers are already reasonably well in trim.
Yeah.
I am intending this. I've got the free time this week, so I'm going to do a few sort of lengthy sessions just to make sure they're limbered up.
Yeah. I mean, I asked this. My mum's a piano teacher. Actually, she was head of music at a school until she retired. So piano is her thing. I mean, she desperately tried to teach me, but it just didn't work. I think mother-daughter relationship was stretched too far with the piano. But, I mean, she plays beautifully. Why are you doing this, though, for Dementia UK, this challenge?
Well, about a year ago, my daughter ran a 10K for Alzheimer's research, actually. And she finished the 10K, which was at Kew Gardens, and she was hardly out of breath. Yeah. And I thought, wow, that's amazing. I'm not a runner. There's no way I could run more than a few yards, I think. But I thought, what can I do instead of running? I play the piano. Why don't I do a piano sort of marathon? And I mean, the backstory really is 10 years ago, my dad died he got very rapid onset of vascular dementia.
Right.
So it's like in February of 2013, he was sharp as anything, 92. His mind was all there. Just a few months later, he just completely lost it, and it was so devastating to see and to feel that pain with him, and experience all that. And then he died on June the 5th that year, and so it's kind of to mark those 10 years, and to try and find something good to come out of all that pain. And the charity I'm raising money for, Dementia UK, they really focus on the whole family, not just the person who's living with dementia.
Yes.
So they have these wonderful nurses. They call them Admiral nurses because I believe the people who started the charity had some kind of Navy background. So they call them Admiral nurses. Well, I call them admirable nurses because, like I said, they're specially trained. They work with the whole family, and there's helplines and things like that. And they've only been going about 10 years themselves. So as a family, we didn't benefit from that. But I just think that's such a good, really practical charity to raise money for. And my dad absolutely loved music. He wasn't a musician, but he supported my piano playing every step of the way, and he had a very broad taste in music. So I'm going to reflect that in the sort of repertoire that I've got lined up to play on the 10th of June.
This is what I was going to be asking. What are you going to be playing? Because that's a lot of hours you've got to fill.
It is, isn't it? And I'm aiming not to repeat one piece.
Wow,
or one
really?
Song. So
okay.
It'll be completely, apart from one. I'm going to start and finish with, it's a song called Always. It's quite an old song. It was made famous by Ella Fitzgerald.
Okay.
And it had a very special significance to my dad and my mum as well. My mum sadly died fairly young in 1979. So she had cancer and she died quite young. But it was a special song for them, and it was always a song that my dad, had a special part in his heart for. So I'm going to start and finish with that. So that's the only one that you'll hear twice. Everything else, well, I've got some classical, so people will be able to hear some Mozart, Beethoven, Schumann, Mendelssohn, the usual suspects. And then there's going to be some pop music, some jazz, some sort of easy listening sort of music, musical theatre, film music. Pretty much there's a real magpie selection of different pieces. And also, people who have been donating, I've been overwhelmed by the number of people donating, and some of them have put in requests.
Oh, okay.
And I'm delighted by that, because that's, steered me towards songs that perhaps I wouldn't have thought of doing. So I've got about 166 pieces of music and songs lined up ready.
Right.
But, I've got loads more. I don't think it'll be a problem filling the 12 hours.
Oh, okay. I love it.
The only
I love
problem
this.
will be if my fingers seize up. Which,
yes.
I've got the WD-40 ready, so I'm hoping they'll keep going.
Oh, I love it. I mean, it sounds really brilliant. When is the challenge actually happening, and how can people kind of, stick a few quid in the pot?
Oh, that, yeah. Well, I'm doing it on the 10th of June.
Okay.
So it's quite close to the 10th year since my dad died, which is the 6th of June. And on the 9th of June would have been his 103rd birthday, had he lived. So it seemed a nice weekend to do it. And it's going to start at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. And
go to 8 o'clock in the evening. I'm doing the challenge in my own sort of piano studio, so it's not big enough. Obviously, it's not a venue that people can come and watch. So I'm live streaming on YouTube.
Okay.
And the actually, I think I might have sent the link to BBC Three Counters. If not, it's actually easy to find. If you just go on YouTube, on even Google, and just put in Peter's 12-hour piano challenge, Dementia UK. It will come up.
Oh, I love that. So Peter's 12-hour piano challenge. Just have a little search and we'll find you, and people can watch you on the 10th of June.
Yeah, great. And to donate, I've got a Just Giving page, and most people have been donating through that. Again, I think if you go on Just Giving and search, put the same thing in the search engine for that.
Okay.
Or like I said, I think I've sent the link to Three Counters. So don't you have a facility for people to find links through you as well?
Let's
Maybe
have a little look. I think looking at the details, like you say, if anyone just searches online for Peter's 12-hour piano challenge, it will come up, because that's the Just Giving page. Peter Auker, which is AUKER, 12-hour piano challenge, and you can find it all there. So brilliant. Peter, thank you so much for coming on the show. Best of luck.
Pleasure.
I'll be thinking of you on Saturday the 10th of June, flexing my fingers. Hopefully you will get the good vibes. And best of luck. Best of luck. Thank you so much for coming on and telling us about it. Take care.
My pleasure.
Take care, Peter. Bye-bye.